Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden. Since last time I changed the party around a little bit, I added Milich to the equation for several reasons. I also wanted to put Stallion in the party so we can move, and Taiho for a very specific reason. I also took the fire rune from Cleo and gave it to Milich. His magic stat is superior to hers, and he is more of a hybrid type character as I mentioned last time. His power is very high. I also upgraded his weapon to level 9. I haven't been able to upgrade it to level 12 yet, but I will do that as soon as I can. And everybody is basically set and ready to go. So now we need to just head back down and outside the fortress. If you try to leave the fortress through Vicky, she won't let you do it. So we just have to go out here and talk to Gen here. Indeed, we've already had this conversation. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So now we have Taiho in our party, so we're able to take out this boat. So we had to have Taiho just to leave the fortress. I don't know if we really need him for very long, but we needed Taiho. Once again, that guy proves useful. Anyway, we don't care anymore. We just want to head back to the fortress. Because there's some other things we can do in Milich's domain, now that we've defeated him. So, now Vicky will let us use her service, and we will warp right away to... I guess we'll warp to Taean. There are several things we can do, so... The only reason I'm going to Taean is because I want to upgrade Milich's weapon right away. Yeah, and I'm starting to run low on bits, but that's not a huge deal. This episode is going to be a lot of running around and recruiting people again, but we will be going to some new areas shortly. Now, we have Stallion on the... Oops. Not on purpose. Now we have Stallion on the world map, so we run really fast. Stallion is awesome. Let's go to Ante. And remember how we met this kid here, who couldn't remember the name of the town? Well, now that we've defeated Milich, all the towns have been renamed to their proper name. And he's really happy because he can call a town by its real name. So we can recruit him. And his specialty is saying the town's name. And so all he'll do is stand outside Freedom Castle and say its name. I love it. It's a little bit of a joke towards general, typical RPGs. I think it's great. Next, we want to head to Scarlatisha Castle. And I guess while I'm here, we can show you maybe what Milich can do. I mean, Stallion will go first. But Milich is a pretty strong physical attacker. And he's a very good magic user. He's one of the best characters. In my eyes. I'm really happy when he's in the party. Now we need to head into Scarlatisha Castle. And you'll remember how we ran across a few people while we were here who weren't able to join us. Well, now they can. And as you might expect from people who reside in Milich's... Oh, that's another thing. One of the main reasons I have Stallion as well as Kirkus, I want to level Kirkus up to level 40, and Stallion allows us to do a unite attack called the Wild Arrow attack. And it's quite good. Practically killed all of them in one hit. It does unbalance them, which is unfortunate, but hey. And it's no Master People attack, but it's just something, you know? In any event, we want to talk to this guy. This is Ivanov. And he can see Freedom. Exactly, Freedom Castle. Yeah, so we can recruit him. And as you might expect from someone of Milich's unique tastes, the people we can recruit here all are not party members, but they provide sort of culture to our fortress, if you will. So they're not like fighters, they don't do much in battle, but they provide interesting little things. So for example, Ivanov is the guy we can give the paints to. And he will paint us something cool for our fortress if we give him all the paints. And this is Cassius. And Cassius immediately joins because we have Milich. So that's all we needed to do here. And we'd fight a little bit to get some levels for Stallion, etc., but we don't really need to do anything. Okay. Cool. So, now that we've gotten that done, we want to head out of Scarlatusha Castle. We don't need to be here anymore. See if I can make it without a fight. Alright, we rock. Stallion's awesome. Okay, now we just want to get back to the headquarters. And I guess I might as well show you Ivanov. We can wait until later, but why not? Why not? Why not? We'll just go give him all the paints we have. They're all in the vault. I hope you've been keeping the paints. I think the first one we got was in LePonte's Manor, so it's been quite some time since we've started collecting these paints. But now that we have Ivanov, we can withdraw them, and you should have these 5 paints: red, blue, yellow, white, and black. Might as well get black. So you just have to manually take each one of them out and put them in your inventory, and as soon as we do that, you can head up to the 3rd floor, which is sort of what I like to call the artisan floor, because it has just people like, you know, Ludikan, the doctor, it has this guy, the scrivener, and now we have Ivanov, who has his little corner here. And we also have Templeton, the map maker, who has his little corner here. So, we want to talk to Ivanov. And we give him all of the paints we have in our inventory, and it starts to create a little, I guess, collage is what you'd call it? Yeah, collage. So, we're not done, but we're close. So, that was all the paints. They're all gone from our inventory. So that's good. Next, we want to start moving on with the story. That was really all we can do. So, might as well get the boat from the basement here and head out. Now, what we want to do is we want to head... Now, the reason we had to get this new boat was because there's this one specific area we couldn't go to before. And that's because we had very strong rapids and very strong headwinds and so forth that would prevent us from going in there. Now that we have this boat, we can just cross right through the rapids, and now we can have access to this whole new area. This is the town of Kirov. And there, before we leave Kirov, there are some people we can get in here. We can recruit. The first one is this guy. This is Melody. So, he needs a rune. We can't get that rune just yet, but bear him in mind. This is another person we can recruit. Sarah. She's just doing the laundry. Yeah, we need somebody to do the laundry at our fortress. That seems like a good deal. So she'll only join if we get soap for her. Okay. This is a stupid little side quest that we have to do in order to get her, but it's not that difficult. So the first thing we need to do is talk to this guy. He says he has soap, but he's out of soy sauce. Okay. Thanks, dude. Next, we have to go here and talk to this guy. He says he has soy sauce, but only if we get him salt. I don't know why you care about salt if you have soy sauce, but what do I know? Next, we need to go all the way over here to this guy. They have salt, and she needs a yardstick. Okay. And then we have to go into the inn and talk to that guy over there. And this guy has a yardstick, and he needs sugar. Okay. Awesome. Now that we have that, we can actually go into the item shop and do a thing where we always do, which we check the shop, and we can finally buy the fortune crystal that we passed up early in the game, but we can also buy sugar. So let's buy some sugar. This fortune crystal is the thing that I could have gotten from the very, very beginning side quest, which I did with Mamba and Ted. Except I went for the other rune by having Mamba and Ted. The way you get the fortune crystal is you go talk to that guy in Sarade with just the hero. So you have to make it all the way through Mount Tigerwolf and all that stuff with just the hero in order to get that. So now that we have sugar, we can go talk to this guy again. Give him some sugar. Here's the yardstick. So now we have to go talk to all the people in reverse order of the way we originally talked to them. So we have to give the yardstick to this woman. She gives us some salt. And we have to go talk to this guy over here. He gives us some soy sauce. Thanks. Now we have to go talk to this guy over here. We give him the soy sauce. He gives us the soap after a little joke that would have made me kill him. And now that we have soap, we can finally give it to Sarah, who had some all along, and makes me want to be very angry. Luckily that didn't take very long because I knew what to do, but we got Sarah. Okay, now we have somebody to do laundry, I guess. Anyway, that's nothing to sneeze at. Dirty clothes are bad. Let's go into the armory here. And let's just look at what they have, as always. They have dragon armor and chaos shields, which are the next set of upgrades for our crew. Milich is the only one who can use a shield. Let's get that for him. And we can get dragon armors for everybody. Cool. Now that we have that, we might as well equip it. Kai didn't get any, right? Milik has almost as much defense as Mamba. In fact, he has more armor defense than Mamba. So, as you can see, he's quite well suited to just about any task. He's quite good. So, let's continue on. The next character we can get is only available if you go into all these houses and you click on the stew here. So you have to go to each house and taste the stew. So there's stew cooking in all these stoves. I have no idea how you'd figure this out if you weren't just like totally messing around. But you have to go into each house and click on the stew. And once you do that, this guy appears. So you have to talk to him, and if you've tasted all the stews, he won't appear unless you taste all the stews. And he joins us because we appreciate stew. Thanks to Gremio. Good stuff. So now we got another cook. That's cool. This house seems important, but it isn't right now, so we'll just remember it for later. The final guy is probably my least favorite party member in the game, just because I find him irritating. This guy. His name is Georges. I don't know how you'd pronounce that. Georges? I don't know. Either way, he's an idler. And in order to recruit him, we have to play this game. And this is one of those stupid matching games. I'm going to show you the rules. Flip 2 cards. If they match, they will disappear. If you make all the cards disappear within the time limit, you win. Even while a card is disappearing, you can flip the surrounding cards. Shall I explain the game? No. So, we have to just beat him. The best way is probably this one. I don't really know, but we have to really hurry up. And it's just all people we have in our party. So here's Milich. Good stuff. Okay, that was 2 guys. We know where they are. And the way it works is it can come outwards like that. So Milich was here, I believe. Yep, but no matches, because I suck. We saw that before. Just getting real unlucky here. And this guy is... He's an idler, as he says, but he's also a real pain in the neck, because you have to do this, and if you ever talk to him in your fortress, he makes you play this game again. Like, you can't refuse, you have to play it, and it's really a bummer. And I'm really sucking hard right now, because I'm trying to explain this game. Either way, I'm probably going to end up failing this. Okay, Taiho is up here. But I'm probably going to end up failing this, and once I fail, I will cut away and succeed off-screen, because I don't feel like wasting you guys' time watching me play this dumb matching game that I hate. So, anyway, like I was saying, anytime you talk to this guy in your fortress, you have to play this stupid game, and it's really annoying. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can, like, refuse to play, but you have to play it. I don't know. It's really, really a pain in the butt. I think that guy was there. So he's not going to flip anything interesting. Well, we definitely lost. But these are all members of the Liberation Army. You might never have figured that out, because a lot of them are not people we have currently. But we will eventually get those guys as well. Just like all the rest. Ugh. So I already lost. Okay. I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, we're back, and it turns out the easiest one is the one with 5 matches. I did it in like 4 seconds, as you can see. But that was all we needed to do. to recruit this guy. He's not super useful or anything like that, but it's important to get him because otherwise you can't get the best ending of the game, as I've said many times. So, now, let's continue on. Now, out here, there's really only one place to go. There's a lot of fighting we could do, we could grind a bit, but it's actually totally okay to just grind in here. I will say though that if you go out here, you can fight some enemies that'll drop a few things, including the dragon armors we just bought and several other things. But whatever, not a big deal. So let's go into this little area. This is a place called Calica, and in here we can find this guy, Leon Silverberg. Wasn't Matthew the guy's name? Be careful. In a war, only the strong survive. That's all there is to it. You may recruit as many soldiers as you can. Thanks, random guy in Scary Town with the last name of Matthew and Odessa. So remember him for later. But for now, he's just a weird dude. We're going to fight out these guys. Now this is a good place to grind levels. As you'll see, we're getting some really good experience here. I tend to like to spend some time here with characters that are a little bit lower leveled, a little bit behind, to try to get them caught up to where we need to be, because we can get levels really easily here. Let's go in here. Okay, so here's Hawkman. And especially since I have the two kind of all attack everybody attacks with unite attacks, we should have no problems whatsoever here, but we'll also gain a lot of experience. Yep. So this is a really good place to grind out levels. First thing we got is an Earth Rune piece. Joy. We're just tearing these guys apart. Now at this point in the game, I didn't really mention this, but I do consider Kirkus to be sort of like a mandatory member for a little while, just because we do need to eventually recruit Ruby, who will only join if Kirkus is of a certain level. She's the only party member in the game that's like that. Obviously, there are others who will only join us if Mamba's at a certain level, but because he's the hero, he will obviously get those levels, so those characters will always join. If you never level up Kirkus, you'll never get Ruby. So that sort of sucks. But it's also a thing. Let's talk to this guy who's eating. Hi. What's your business here, young man? I'm the last living resident of this lost town. So what is the deal with this town anyway? We don't really know. There's a lot of backstory actually to this story. There's a lot of backstory to this town, and we don't really get any clear picture of what exactly happened. I do know what happened, but I will not tell you exactly, because you probably won't understand it right away. Because there is more to it than is really important. But I will say this: one of the main reasons the Liberation Army was founded has to do with this village. So I should have used the Unite attack here, because I took a lot of damage. But whatever. We got a strong crew. Level 36, just from walking through this town. Pretty good. Let's go in here. And the final thing we can get is the antique here. There's one other thing we can get in here. Let's not fight these guys. There's not enough of them. There's a guy over there. We'll talk to him in a minute, but first, we'll kill this demon hound. That's the first thing we'll do. Get some serious critical hits. Alright. Got very little experience, but something. You know, it's better than nothing. And this is the sound crystal. That is the thing that the kid in the previous town was wanting. Now this guy is a tricky guy to get. Well, I'll show you why he's tricky after I kill these gentlemen. Okay. Now, this guy is tricky because in order to recruit him, we have to walk around these plants here. If you walk over the plants, he won't join you. I guess I can trust you. Your eyes, they're honest eyes. Indeed. Because I didn't trample your seeds. And so we get Blackman. Now, if you do walk over the plants, you can just leave and come back in, and he'll be right where he was, and you can talk to him without touching the plants. And if you touch his plants, he basically is like, you ran over my plants, like you're a jerk. And so you know not to do it, so it's not that hard to recruit that guy. When I first learned of him, I thought he was, like, missable, but he's not. And these are the things that drop dragon armor. They're not challenging. They're palette swaps of earlier enemies, as you may recognize. And we have a fisher with a spear, so he should be good against him. But what awaits us at the secret factory? Has it been found? Are we too late? Or are the fire spears ready to go? Find out next time on Let's Play Suikoden. See you later.